Welcome to The Explainer. If you're managing facilities right now, you already know your walls are way more than just structural boundaries, right? They're your channels for wayfinding, brand culture, the whole visitor experience. But let's be real. For decades, decorating those walls has been a massive, massive headache. So today, we're going to totally transition your thinking. We're moving away from those outdated, frustrating wall covering methods and stepping into the seamless, high-performance future of architectural finishes. Let's dive right into how this is actually done.
Let's kick things off with a slightly provocative question. Are your commercial walls an operational asset, or are they just a recurring maintenance burden? Seriously, take a second and think about your upcoming renovation budgets. I really want to challenge how you currently view the impact of wall finishes on your OPEX, and crucially, your facility downtime. Are you burning precious resources just trying to maintain the status quo? Well, we're going to fix that today.
Here's our roadmap for the explainer. We'll start with the wall branding dilemma, then move into direct-to-wall technology explained. After that, we'll hit lifecycle value and performance, scaling across complex facilities, and finally wrap up with the expert implementation playbook.
All right, part one, the wall branding dilemma.
Look, if you manage a busy facility, you know exactly how traditional vinyl and wallpaper can turn a super simple upgrade into an absolute lifecycle maintenance nightmare. I mean, we've all seen it, right? Seams telegraphing, edges lifting near the HVAC returns, or those brutal adhesive failures that cause massive bubbling thanks to moisture or thermal cycling. And don't even get me started on when your as-builds don't actually match reality. You end up stuck with multi-day, highly disruptive installs, you're forced into off-hour staging, you're tossing heavy liner and off-cut waste into landfills, and the integration on CMU blocks or highly textured walls, usually terrible. It's literally a logistical nightmare that we just shouldn't accept anymore.
So let's talk solutions. Part 2, Direct-to-Wall Technology Explained.
The sheer elegance of the engineering here is really the pivot point of our whole explainer today. So what is direct-to-wall printing? It's exactly what it sounds like, a mobile, on-site digital print process. It brilliantly merges large-format inkjet precision with a vertical gantry that travels right along the face of your wall. It deposits UV-curable ink and instantly cures it with an LED light. So what's the big takeaway for you as a facility leader? It means we completely, 100% eliminate adhesives, liners, and panel seams from the equation. It really is a night and day contrast. On one hand, you have the chaotic, wasteful nature of traditional vinyl. It absolutely relies on messy glue, causes multi-day disruptions, and demands complete destructive tear-outs the second you need a refresh. On the flip side, direct-to-wall is completely adhesive-free, it finishes in mere hours, and this is an absolutely massive detail for lifecycle management. It is completely paint-over ready. When a tenant moves out or a brand changes, you just lightly prep and paint over it. No scraping, no nasty chemicals, absolutely no drywall damage. It's a total game changer. And because the system prints right in place, it creates this incredible cross-surface continuity that's frankly impossible with vinyl. Whether you're dealing with finished painted drywall in a fancy executive lobby, raw CMU in a stairwell, sealed concrete, or even exposed brick, this tech just adapts. As long as the surface is properly prepped and dedusted, the graphic reads as a seamless part of the building envelope. It creates this beautiful, natural architectural depth. Let's get into the numbers. Part 3, Lifecycle Value and Performance. Check out this striking operational metric, because this is what completely changes the game. 5 hours. Yep, many single-wall installations complete in under 5 hours, and that includes setup and quality checks. This basically enables business as usual with zero downtime. Think about it. No heat guns, no gross adhesive odors, and no massive scaffolding blocking your egress paths. You could literally have a crew come in on a swing shift, print a flawless architectural graphic, and have the entire corridor fully open and spotless by morning.
Now, the really crucial point is how this behaves once your building is actually occupied. For healthcare and campus leaders listening, eliminating seams means you are removing the primary failure point, period. You will drastically reduce your service tickets simply because there's nothing for a passing cart or a student's backpack to catch and peel. Plus, with optional clear coats, you're getting hospital-grade cleanability that can withstand diluted bleach. It's fully compatible with ICRA barriers for strict infection control, and those UV-cured pigments, they're highly resistant to ambient daylight fading, which is perfect for those big, sunny, glass-heavy lobbies.
Moving right along to part 4, scaling across complex facilities.
The beauty here is that by leveraging digital workflows, facility managers can enforce strict brand standards globally. Think about portfolio orchestration for a second.
You get reproducible standards via centralized digital asset libraries. You achieve unified campus wayfinding without relying on clunky, mismatched signage. And since we're printing directly on site, we bypass shipping queues and material supply chain clashes entirely. Best of all, smart facility leaders are actively shifting these visual refreshes away from heavy CapEx construction loops and dropping them into a predictable, subscription-based OpEx model.
Which brings us to part 5, the Expert Implementation Playbook.
Listen, before anyone even touches a wall, your procurement team needs to align on some really rigorous RFP criteria to guarantee lifecycle success. You have to demand performance specs, words like seam-free and paint-over ready, instead of just listing a brand name of vinyl. You need to explicitly clarify who is taking on raw surface prep, like sealing porous brick. Make sure you mandate ICC-based profiles for strict color management across multiple sites. And for sure, always require safety data sheets, your MSDs, alongside strict infection control protocols, especially for clinical or sensitive environments.
Let's break down the complex process from discovery all the way to turnover, because this shows precisely how we mitigate those dreaded day-of-install surprises. Step 1 is the site survey, getting in there and documenting the true as-built and lighting conditions. Step 2 is pre-flight. This is where we lock down version control and align artwork to your architectural datum lines using raster image processors. Step 3 is day of execution, cleverly sequenced around your occupancy schedules. And finally, Step 4, quality control. We verify color accuracy and hand off the proper maintenance guides directly to your janitorial teams.
To wrap things up, the big takeaway is this. Wall branding is no longer some decorative experiment. It is a strategic, paint-over-ready facilities asset. So as we conclude this explainer, I really want you to ask yourself, how will adopting this consultative blueprint transform your upcoming renovation budgets, slash those annoying maintenance tickets, and maximize your operational efficiency? The technology is here, the playbook is incredibly proven, and the next step is entirely yours to take. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.